is try and, at least with the panel here, what we need to do is, what is the definition of that Almighty, that God? And I guess I can direct it more so perhaps to my brother Gideon, because he does subscribe to that way of thinking. And I'm just saying, if there's this supreme being that's listening to our conversation, obviously you feel like this is an authoritative figure with decision-making capabilities to affect the welfare of our lives as well as everybody in the world. So he either bless you with good things or condemn you, curse you to bad things if you don't believe in him or follow a particular theology, which there are various theologies that contradict each other. And so why would this, that's what we have to get to. And that's why, in order to have unity, you got to have identity. Identity is one thing. So we have to identify with a single source that is can't be compromised. And religion is not one single source, even the belief in some deity. It's God's. It's a pluralistic term. It's not single. It's not monolithic.
Okay, let's get this call and you need to reply to that. I'm going to come back to the other DJ. Oh, no, that's all good. It's all good. Caller?
Hello?
Yes.
Peace, Brother Gideon, Black Son, and the panel. Sister, I'm a 32-year-old black male calling from the Decatur. I was incarcerated at the age of 24. I had never been in any previous trouble. I kind of caught up in some domestic violence. I mean, I'm no woman beater or nothing. Don't get me wrong. I just had a little history of arguments or whatever with his girlfriend. We're actually pretty good friends right now.
Okay.
But I was incarcerated behind that in the DeKalb County courts for 5 long years.
Okay.
And I really want to dedicate my life right now to helping brothers that's falsely accused or just basically locked up for nothing really and don't have any, I guess, plans or anything when they're out of prison to get their life back on track. I mean, the system is the devil to me. And it's locking us away so many at a time, and it's heartbreaking to see our people just destroyed by a system.
Brother, all you got to do, I'm going to give you some information real quick, because we don't have a whole lot of time. I want you to type in Mamiya Abu Jamal and Troy Davis. You want to do anything for any inmates, just for those brothers right there, because they've been falsely accused, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to campaign towards that, those two brothers, Mamiya Abu Jamal and Troy Davis. The clock is ticking for them brothers. Next caller. Next caller.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, am I on?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a public school educator.
Yes.
I caught your programs on several occasions. I want to thank you for what you're doing. I understand what you're saying, but I've needed your information in print so that I could use it in the classroom. We're so censored by what we can use. We have to keep our young black males in school. We have to teach them to be educated and love knowledge. Knowledge about themselves is so important. So I've noticed on the show that you don't tend to understand that everyone of a different nationality, culture, etc., is not a...
Okay, sister, what I'm going to do, leave your information. I'm going to have J. Rose call because he specializes in the children. Gideon, hold on 1 second, because I know you want to address the skill.
And have her hit you on the web.
Oh, yeah, Black Sun 1977, YouTube, Rasdreadlock. But there's many schools of thought, Hero Israel Spirit, so there's many schools of thoughts up here, and that's why, real quick, before I go to you, Gideon.
Yes, sir.
Brother DJ, why Black nationalism?
Black nationalism, because once you understand what racism and white supremacy is in this country, then you must develop a system to counteract that.
That's right.
Okay? White supremacy is involved in economics, education, entertainment, labor law, politics, religion, war, and sex. And black nationalism has to be involved in all those areas also. Okay? When a person wakes up in the morning, they're bombarded all day, every day by images of white supremacy and domination.
That's right.
You can't get away from it in this country. And in order for you to know who you are, you have to affirm your history, your culture, your God every single day. Every day you wake up. Because the minute you turn on a television, radio, or computer, you're bombarded with images of racism and white supremacy in this country, okay? And unless you affirm who you are, you're going to, by programming, assimilate to the dominant white culture. And by and large, this is what has happened to our people. So for me, black nationalism is common sense. But for some people, black nationalism is radical or militant. You know, black nationalism is the only way to preserve who you are. And I'm glad Sister Adama is on the panel, because one of the things, if we follow scripture, one of the first sins according to the Bible was committed over food. The very first sin. Okay, the eating of the forbidden fruit. And I'm glad this sister is on the panel, because the question that I want to ask her is, how do we liberate through nutrition? And I know that that is one of the fundamental things that we have to do.
Sister Adamas?
Oh. Yes, you do.
Oh, one more call, Adamas, hold on. Go ahead, caller. Caller, we haven't got that much time.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, Elder Gideon, Black Santana.
Shalom, sweetheart.
I want to say, so what happened in Oklahoma, the state of Oklahoma, when the blacks were very powerful and strong?
They had no military.
No, the same thing happened as we
No, I'm just saying what happened.
What happened?
Can't hear me?
Yes, yes. I have the whole documentary of people that survived Tulsa, Oklahoma. And if you don't want your kids to see graphic images because it's unedited, I mean, you talk about horrendous acts. You talk about bloodshed. You talk about decapitations, mutilations, yes, right here in America. They talk about Nazi Germany and the death camps. They had death camps right here on American soil. What happened wrong with Tulsa, Oklahoma is that they had no defense. We'll talk about that another day. Sister Adamas.
Right, and it's still happening.
That's right.
But it's happening every day through diabetes, heart attacks, stroke.
That's right.
You understand? The bottom line is this. There is one intelligence of existence. The voice of God speaks through our own voices. The ear of God is hearing through our own ears. The heart of God knows with our own hearts. We each are these living, loving, intelligent, potent, and immortal points of an absolute and eternal presence that we dwell in. It's animating every atom and every cell of our being. There is no way for us to exist except by virtue of its existence first. That's the problem with being in a position where you don't understand that your life force is charged on your blood. Your stomach is as big as your fist. Your lungs take up most of your body. It is not food that holds you in life. We are made with trillions of atoms. Atoms are made with the intelligence and the potency of the intelligence of existence that animates the sun, all of the realms, all of the worlds. Just because your feet are on the ground don't mean you're not already in heaven. You are already in the presence of that thing that you all call God. You are this point of it. But because your blood is defiled with the violation of the flesh of dead animals when we were told not to kill, then you cannot perceive it.